Welcome to Global Bones Podcast, where companies cross borders. Today, I'm interviewing an e-commerce professional from Bulgaria who is working towards articulating a whole ecosystem in the Balkan area. We talk about how he started his journey into becoming a key figure for promoting e-commerce in the region, how users behave when purchasing online, and obviously a lot about the Balkan Ecommerce Summit, which is happening, by the way, quite soon. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hello, Nikola. How are you?
Hey, hi, Oscar. I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, all good, all good. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's going to be a very interesting conversation, I reckon. But first, could you please very briefly introduce yourself and tell us how have you got in touch with e-commerce, this very digital sector that we all love?
Yeah, I'll try to be short, really. This is a long story. But yeah, my name is Nikola Ilchev. I'm from Bulgaria, originally from Bulgaria, and I live here in Bulgaria. All of my activities and my team's activities are done from here, from a not small, but the fifth largest city in Bulgaria called Ruse. We are on the border with Romania, and I'm super happy to be living here and doing all of our activities here because it's very easy for us to get in touch with the Bulgarian companies, Romanian companies, and also for us, it's like we are already an international company because we are on the border. How I got into the e-commerce field? Well, it was a long time ago. In 2011, end of 2011, I was going out from one business. Actually, as all the changes usually happens is during a crisis, during a tough period in your life. I was looking for an opportunity of how to sell a huge amount of goods that I was having in my warehouse from my old business. I knew nothing about the internet field. I knew nothing about e-commerce, and I decided, okay, what's my easiest way to bring all these materials that I have in front of the eyes of a lot of people? Internet. I went to a local company and said, guys, I need a website that will show all of the materials that I have, and I will try to sell them quickly. I had this idea for a few days, and then I was like, okay, why I don't make this opportunity also for other people in my situation, having a lot of materials and no cash to operate their business. I started calling companies that I know. All of them were like, wow, this is a great idea. Give me the website. I will bring all of my products immediately there. So I kind of made like a marketplace for new but on stock materials for construction. Well, it was not a very successful venture because 6-7 months later, I did not have many ads, many listings on the website because it was difficult period. It was so long ago. The internet connection was not what we are seeing it right now. The mobile phones were not so well developed, and not so many people were actually having them. We are talking about times when we are still using phones with buttons. So yeah, this venture of mine ended like 6-7 months later. But I saw that there is something in this field of selling goods and being online that is fitting my understanding of doing business. So my next step was to get into a business with accessories for mobile devices and small consumer electronics. And this is when my e-commerce journey began. In 2012, end of 2012, 13, we already established this business with accessories. we got kind of successful. We combined the physical stores with online business. I say we because during that period I had a partner, very close friend of
Mhm.
mine. We became partners and developed this business together. And this was actually the period when I learned pretty much everything about e-commerce, about all the platforms, payment solutions, logistic, internal, external logistic, SEO, listings, copywriting, marketing, and
Mm-mm.
yeah, it was the greatest, let's say, period at that moment, the greatest moment to get
Mhm.
into e-commerce.
Yeah, and learning by doing, no, which is always like very important, no, because like there is a lot of people, or there are loads of people that, maybe they sort of like know a little bit about e-commerce or everything, but until you don't get in, uh, deep into it and do things and break things and everything, you don't really learn, no.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And you cannot imagine from that moment on, I had thousands of meetings with different people coming to me because I'm a kind of extrovert type of person, and I'm
I
going
know.
around. I'm always sharing what exactly I'm doing, and I was telling everybody, guys, I'm into this e-commerce thing. It's huge. You have to be in it. You have, let's say, products about this. You have this type of products. Go into the e-commerce, try to sell your products online. And they were like, oh wait, but how to do that, how to be how to make a web page, how to make a Facebook page. This was a period when actually nobody knew how to do these things. And by explaining every single of my friends or partners or whatever, all those details, I really learned a lot about it because I knew it. But when you have to explain it to somebody, it's even better for you. It's a different level of understanding of this knowledge.
Mhm. And that's more or less when you became to uh, found this academy, no, or something like that,
Well,
or was
the
it a bit
academy thing.
later?
The academy thing became something in 2016. Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
were doing this business for quite some time. We were developing also our physical stores. We were starting our journey in Romania to sell some goods in Romania as well,
Mhm.
doing some partnerships because we were also importing most of the goods we're selling from abroad. So in 2016, let's say that I was kind of tired of everybody coming to me and asking, okay, how exactly I'm supposed to do this e-commerce thing? And in the same time, in a combination that I couldn't find any nice and well done conferences around my
Mhm.
country, I decided to make one conference to bring all of my partners that I already worked in the e-commerce field, and bring all the people that are asking me how exactly I do this e-commerce thing. So I brought all this together. It appeared to be very nice conference. Everybody felt pretty well on it. I saw that
Mhm.
I'm good in organizing such conferences. And I decided, okay, we will do conferences, we will do trainings, we will do a podcast channel with informational and educational videos for free.
Mhm.
We will do, later on, we decided that we will do podcast. In 2022, after COVID, we decided, okay, we will do the national awards for e-com businesses. And actually, now e-commerce academy is one of the leading organization in the field of e-commerce in Bulgaria. We are helping a lot of businesses be more successful, know more about the field of e-commerce, and actually we are building an ecosystem. We are working. I'm proud to work with probably like 95% of the companies in Bulgaria, service providers and e-com businesses.
Mhm. Wow, that's impressive, huh? So here, for everyone who doesn't know Nikola, he is the man in the Balkans to know, definitely.
Yeah,
And just sorry,
yeah, sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention that we had this dream with my team that once we conquer, let's say, our market and we can get to a new market or something like this, we can try to scale this on a much wider scene, like the Balkans, because probably we will speak about this later on in the
Right
conversation.
now.
But yeah, okay, we are getting there.
Yeah.
The Balkans are pretty hot region right now for e-commerce. I can tell you that.
Okay, so that was my cue actually, because with all this knowledge that you have acquired since you first started with this not very successful e-commerce for the construction sector, which I reckon that it was also not just because of the level of maturity of the users. No, we were not used to buy online yet, but also because of the sector, the construction sector. I don't know in the Balkans, but here, like in Southern Europe or in Spain, where I'm based, I mean, it's one of the sectors which is now, I reckon, emerging now in 2024. So back then, so no one would buy anything online for that sector. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon that
they might do a little research on finding some sort of a product online, but they're never doing the purchase online. They're
yeah,
definitely giving a phone call to the company or sending a
definitely.
fax,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever it's called, facsimile or whatever this.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
Probably, if you have some younger audience listening to this podcast, they will be like, "What exactly is a fax machine?"
Yeah.
But let's
And
not go there because we will prove that we are old.
yeah, definitely. Or older. Not old, older. Anyway,
Okay, we
so
are
with that,
experienced.
yes. So with that experience, like wealth of experience from your own projects and also from this academy, then you came up to um, actually like creating this very important summit, which is the Balkan Ecommerce Summit. When was that, and why? Which I reckon that you have already more or less explained, but why did you decide to set up this summit? And can you tell us a little bit more about it?
The roots of the summit, the Balkan Ecommerce Summit, are actually somewhere in 2016. In 2016, I was trying to go to the Romanian market with my own business, selling accessories for mobile devices, and it was very hard during that period. To open a shop, an e-commerce store in Romania, I needed to have a VAT number. In order to have a VAT number, I needed to have a local company. In order to have a local company, I needed to have a local partner and a local address. In order to have a local address, I need to go and make a contract with a local property owner, and so on and so on. It was very hard during 2016 to go and sell in Romania. I went there, I found partners, I found a lot of workarounds on all of the problems that I faced. And actually in 2016, I was like, okay, I have already this knowledge. Why I'm not sharing it with the guys from my community? And actually, this format was called Sell Successfully in Romania back then, back in 2016. The very first event called Sell Successfully in Romania was visited by 60 companies, out of which we helped, I think, 35 or 40 companies to get to the Romanian market the next 12 months. We did
Wow.
3 editions of the event in the next few years. Then we decided to extend the format to Sell Successfully in Romania and Greece. And because of COVID, we needed to stop this international event because we were not able to invite foreign speakers and foreign companies to participate. In 2022, when I saw that COVID is not, present anymore, and we can do our live events once again, we scheduled Balkan Ecommerce. Actually, I had a meeting with my team and said, guys, we are restarting Sell Successfully in Romania and Greece. But why we have to focus only in Romania, Bulgaria, and Greece? Maybe we can go even bigger. So this was when we decided to have Balkan Ecommerce Summit. And to be honest with you, Balkan Ecommerce Summit in April 2023 surprised me, surprised even me. Why? We were expecting approximately 400 people to visit the event. At the end, we had 560, which is not a big number for many. Probably there will be people saying, okay, we are doing events with 15,000 attendees. But as a first format, bringing people from countries like Serbia, North Macedonia, Albania, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Romania, Hungary. We had visitors from Austria, from actually we had one visitor from Spain. So it was a huge success. I recognize it as a huge success. After the event, we had a huge amount of requests for contacts, for connections, for people were calling me directly or messaging me directly. Nikola, we have to be on the next edition of Balkan Ecommerce Summit. Please reserve us a space there. Get us, let us know when the preparation is ready. So it was a huge wave of great feedback towards us. So this was when I recognized that there is something big there, and there is a need for those markets to get connected. Actually, in the following months after Balkan Ecommerce Summit, I visited the major ecom events, and I got in touch with the major e-commerce faces from all around the Balkans: Romania, Turkey, Greece, North Macedonia, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia. I went to all the events, so just to be able to get in touch with all these guys. So what we are trying to do with Balkan Ecommerce Summit is not just an event. It's an ecosystem of people working together, exchanging contacts, exchanging knowledge, exchanging help. Because we have to be honest here. Doing business from Greece with Bulgaria, Romania, and Hungary is kind of easy because we are part of the European Union. But doing business with North Macedonia, Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Albania, it's not so easy. Why? They're not part of the European Union. We have customs there. We have additional taxes that we have to pay when we are entering with our cars, for example, even with the cars. What to talk about if we're bringing some goods there or we want to send packages there. So this is, as I said, Balkan Ecommerce Summit is not only an event. This is an ecosystem, which I hope in the future can actually work as a tool of all businesses from around the Balkans and the region to force, let's say, authorities to make these roads easier, to make all the rules easier for our businesses. Because we in general, we are kind of one market. We might be different in many ways, but we are very close in a way that we live, in a way that we shop, in a way that we consume goods. So in my opinion, we can be one joint market, one same market.
That seemed like a very challenging goal, no? You've got a lot to work on, but I reckon that also this challenge that you have just said about being part or not being part of the European Union, because of although being very closely geographically, all the taxes and all these things are very different, no? Which is what you were saying. What about user behavior and how users shop in all these countries which are quite close? Are they different? Because obviously for those, especially those in the US who think that we speak European, there are different languages and there are different cultures involved here, and a lot of them basically. But I reckon that you've got like a root, no? That something that connects all of you. What is this Balkan spirit? Let me call it like this.
We are different than anybody else in the world. Just to be honest, here is a different type of world, and if somebody doesn't believe me, they're more than welcome to visit Balkan Ecommerce Summit, because at the end of day one, we will have a huge Balkan party, and you will see the real Balkans having party, having fun, and actually behaving in their natural style. But getting back to your question, it's very complicated. In many things, we are similar, because at different periods of the history, we were so mixed up. You know, we were under the Turkish rulers for 500 years. You know, big areas of the Balkan Peninsula. Then other historical things happened. You know, we know that about Greece. We know about North Macedonia. You know, we in different ways we are a lot similar, but we have our differences. Speaking of languages, by the way, you can see that Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, if you go straight with your car, you can drive for like less than 5 hours, and you will see 3 different languages and even 3 different alphabets for 3-4 hours of driving. So even if you try to, you know, research and see all these similarities that we have in behavior, in you know, in doing things, we are different. And actually, this is one of the main goals of Balkan Ecommerce Summit, is to gather these people and to actually let them know those differences. For example, one of the things that we will do in 2024 in April is to focus on several markets and to invite speakers and people from those markets so they can explain those differences. For example, Greeks are buying their goods mostly in the late hours of the day, somewhere after 6-7 o'clock, something like this. Bulgarians are very price oriented. Yes, everybody is price oriented because we are in 21st century. The less I buy something for, the better. But it's especially for Bulgaria. We are very price oriented market. If I can buy this bottle for a penny, it will be great. So I will make a research for it for 3 days, so I can get it for the lowest possible price. In Romania, they have this type of buying. They order from several shops, and whoever delivers first wins the purchase. You know, the rest, because we have something called cash on delivery, which I know that it's not very popular in the western part of the world. So cash on delivery means that I'm making the order in your store, you are sending the package, and I will pay when I receive the package, meaning that I might never receive the package. I can receive a few phone calls from the courier, and I can never be there for the courier. Or, you know, even in Bulgaria, we have a service called test and try before you pay. I receive the bottle, I can open the package. Of course, I have to pay the delivery cost, so the courier actually takes his money. I can receive the bottle, I can examine the product. If I like it, I can get it. If I don't, you as a seller, you never receives your money back. Your money for the purchase, for the sale. So this is something that I'm sure somebody from the States listening right now, he's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What is going on? I'm never going to this market. I'm never selling to this market. So yes, this is a strange area, you know, and we have to be connected, and we have to explain to each other what is going on in each country, because people have to be prepared. For example, Turkey is right now the 3rd largest market in terms of e-commerce growth. They're just now opening themselves and the whole economy for the e-commerce. But this is, this is in a way good for them, but also bad, because first of all, they're big and they're trying to catch up pretty quickly. but in the same time, we know the fluctuation of their currency. So whoever gets well in the field of e-commerce, he's trying to expand internationally immediately, because he cannot catch up with the problems that they have with the currency and the fluctuation of with their money. So it's very interesting region, and the only way to understand all of this is to get in touch locally with someone who can get you every single detail about every single market.
That's why attending to the Balkan Ecommerce Summit is so important. And
Yeah,
imagine, but not imagine. Well, yes, imagine. Imagine that I have a company, an e-commerce, and I'm looking to expand into different markets, and I'm just like sort of like thinking about doing this into the Balkans, all that region. What are the benefits of foreign e-commerce doing cross-border into the Balkans? What do you reckon are, or how this area is attractive to foreign e-commerce?
first of all, I will
Getting
start my
there.
answer by saying it is attractive, and we see that it is very attractive, because especially for companies from western part of Europe and also Central Europe, because first of all, it's not so saturated. It's not. There are not so many players in each category. Yes, there are some
Yet.
categories with more players. Yet, of course, yet. But we are, we see a huge invasion of foreign stores trying to penetrate the Bulgarian market, and also they're already in Romania and Greece, and I have to be honest here, and I know that if Bulgarian and Romanian and Greek e-shop owners listening to this podcast will say, "Okay, Nikola, you are not right. This is not correct to say this," but a lot of companies, a lot of e-shops that are coming from the West are much better than the ones operating here. So they have better technology, they have better logistic, they have better customer support. I know this because during the last year, 2023, in our e-commerce competition called E-commerce Academy Awards, we had 2 foreign stores competing with the local ones. And I was lucky enough to be one of the jury members that was evaluating their customer support. And actually, to evaluate their customer support, I have to go through the whole website, not the SEO part or the technical or the marketing, but I was going through the website, and I can tell you that they want with full rights to be the winners of their categories, because they were great websites. And as I said, probably a lot of people will be saying, "Okay, Nikola, this is not okay," saying how foreign stores are better than us. But this is the truth. And probably, I'm not sure if I can share this information here on this website, but I have a little secret. In the beginning of the year, I had a meeting with several of our partners in the logistics business, in the courier business, and they said that actually at the end of the year, they broke some records in terms of packages received from abroad, meaning that a lot of Bulgarian customers are already looking for a different alternative for their purchases. So they're not looking so much into the Bulgarian stores, but more on the Western stores. And this is normal. In my opinion, I can see that some of those stores are having better prices, even if you are price oriented. They have bigger, much more products to choose from. And sometimes they're even faster in their deliveries. Many people will say, "How is this possible?" It is possible when you have a centralized system operating in different markets with the different courier leaders. It is
Mhm.
possible. 48
Mhm.
hours.
And I reckon also that maybe people from these areas are also very um, open to now to brands like foreign brands and everything, and maybe also you were saying that maybe some foreign e-shops are a bit better than local ones. But I reckon that at the end of the day, I mean, it's normal, no? Because they've been maybe exploring, or they are more mature in terms of e-commerce uh, outside of the area than local ones, no? So, what do you reckon? Yeah,
I First of all, I have to make a disclaimer that I'm not saying that the foreign stores are better than all of the local
of
ones.
course, yeah, of course, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, but yes, you are right. They are much more mature. They are operating in different markets. They have bigger budgets. They can afford to conquer the market very easily
Hmm.
because they use this joint marketing budgets. So for them, it's very easy to say, okay, let's also start advertising in Bulgaria. For us, it will be like a smaller percentage of our budget because
Hmm.
in general we are selling in France, Germany, Spain, Poland, Czech Republic, Romania. What is it for us to also start our operations in Bulgaria? It's like nothing.
Hmm.
They also use some alternative ways of advertisement and communication, like media. Usually, they use like a traditional media. They have copywriters. Even if they don't have them, they use services to produce a lot of
Hmm.
copywriting materials, which they sent on the market, and they usually use a lot of influencers because they know that this works for them on another market, so they can easily replicate this model.
Hmm.
And basically their maturity comes from this, that we will all agree that once they tried something on a bigger market and much more harder markets, let's call it this way,
Yeah.
saturated market, it definitely works in a new market. And Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, for them being as I said, smaller percentage and a new market, it's very easy to penetrate.
Hmm. And what about this is just like out of curiosity, if I want to sell in Bulgaria or Romania, do I have to localize or translate my content into your languages, or because I think that you're very proficient in English in general, no? Would people, or that would depend, I reckon, on the segment, no, of your target. What's the situation of languages there? Uh,
Depends, but if I have to recommend something, it will be translating in the local language. And
of course, yeah, of course.
yeah, because the majority we have to be honest here once again and say the reason that we have why we have the so-called cash on delivery or payment when you receive the goods is that we don't trust the seller on the other side. So seeing a person or observing a person who doesn't trust the store that is selling goods, can you imagine what will be the trust level if we have this in Polish, or we have this in English or any other language? So
Hmm.
number one thing will be translate your website. Number two will be make sure that your communication coming in the right way, not only in the proper language, the local language, but also is localized, is you are using some sort of a consultant or a person that will help you make sure that you are localizing the content and not making silly mistakes advertising something with words that in the local language mean completely different thing. By the way, to help businesses be more successful in different markets and be in help of the guys that are coming to Balkan e-commerce summit, me and my team, we prepared a short checklist of 50 points. It's called e-commerce cross-border checklist, which
Wow.
is free for everyone to go and check, and you can easily go on it and see, okay, localize your content, check. Make sure that you have more than one logistic company on your disposal, check. And everyone can go through this 50 different aspects of the e-commerce and see if they reach, let's say, 60-70% of them. If they cover 60-70% of them, meaning they're good to go. If they don't cover more than 20%, they have to check once again if they are ready to go on a new market. Because usually what we've seen in our experience is that when a company is not ready, when, I will put it that way, sometimes companies are saying, I have problems on my local market, so I will try another market. Maybe I will be better there. But what is happening actually is they're multiplying their problems. They're not fixing
Totally.
anything. They're multiplying
Yeah.
their problems, and actually these problems are hitting them very bad in the future. So
Mhm.
everyone that wants to go abroad, that wants to go to a new market, that wants to sell on a foreign market, needs to be very well prepared and very well organized on his own market. He needs to be sure that he's 100% steady, how it's called, hard, that
Yeah.
his foundation,
Stable. No, yeah.
yeah, his foundation is done properly, so he can replicate this strong business model on a new market, not vice versa, being
Mhm.
weak on his own market and going to a new one.
So we would leave these link for this checklist, which I'm gonna definitely going to check. So everyone who is interested can check it and see if they are ready to do cross borders. And about again the Balkans or Bulgaria and Romania. What do you think there are the trends there in e-commerce? Are there like really emerging, I don't know, fashion companies or home deco companies or whatever? What do you reckon in terms of like sectors you are booming in the area?
Well, right now I can tell that
Because I'm
very
sure you know a lot of them, or all
yeah,
of
yeah,
them,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah. The thing is that, in my opinion, now is that what's booming on our market is the type of products that are very the type of products that you see online for a fraction, for very small amount, like emotional type of products, and you
Okay.
buy very quickly. Probably the reason for that is that TikTok advertisement. It's not here yet, by the way. We are one of the markets that TikTok doesn't have paid ads, but they will be having soon.
Hmm.
And we are keeping close relation with TikTok. We had an
Yeah.
event together last year with TikTok, so I'm aware of their plans. But another reason is that we have several new platforms coming to our market from different Asian parts from Asia that are actually flooding all the social media with this type of product. So any kind of socks, any kind of small accessories for the home,
Hmm.
and to be honest, they already got the attention of my wife, and I can see packages coming almost every day at home, and she's very proud of. Yeah, look what I found online for like €2. Um,
Yeah.
so I bought it, and I'm like, you didn't found it; it found you.
Yeah, definitely. And what
So this
about,
is the trend. But if I have to,
yeah.
I would like to clarify something here. But if we have to speak about trends in terms of what the stores are using to be better in their business, is
Hmm.
definitely personalization. This is something
Hmm.
that people are paying to huge attention to, and also some AI tools. And speaking about AI tools, I don't mean only ChatGPT, which people are using only to, okay, write me a nice social media plan for the next 20 days or something like this. I'm talking
Yeah.
about tools that really have integration with the store. They collect a lot of data, and they're providing nice feedback about this data and helping businesses fix a lot of things in their web shops. And I'm happy that some of those businesses got in touch with us, and they will be part of Balkan Ecommerce Summit in April, and they will showcase their tools in front of the audience. I really like that such tools are available, and they're starting their business journey from Bulgaria. And in my opinion, they have a pretty strong. They will have a pretty strong impact worldwide in the ecom field.
That's very interesting. And what about also curiosity? Because now, I'm just like curious. What about the CMS? Are you in that region, in the Balkan region? Are you more into Shopify, into BigCommerce, into PrestaShop, or what's the biggest CMS in the area for an e-commerce that wants to create their own e-commerce? Because I reckon also, and then we would talk about marketplaces, but e-commerce platforms.
Yeah, those
What's the big
things
one?
about the CMSs and the marketplace platforms are also something that why people should visit Balkan Ecommerce Summit. So
there you are.
people, people in our area are very local oriented about this. We have some SaaS platforms, SaaS CMS platforms in our region, which are localized because of the courier companies, because of the payment solution, because of the other different types, because of the language, because of other different types of reasons. But in Bulgaria, we have like 3 or 4 major ones. In Romania, there are like 3, I think, major ones. In Greece, they have their own. And, you can imagine, those are the leading companies. Like, let's say, probably 30 to 40% of the stores are built on those.
Wow.
So followed by this, probably Shopify, but also Magento and PrestaShop are also in the leading position. WordPress, of course, a lot of people are WooCommerce. They're using WooCommerce. But yes, what's very interesting is a lot of people are using local SaaS solutions like their CloudCard, Gomba Shop, Merchant Pro. I think Merchant Pro is all over the place, including Spain, but also Gomac in Romania. It's pretty huge. They have like probably around 20,000 stores on it, something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, and as I said, this is why if someone wants to be here, needs to understand that if they come with their Shopify store, for example, it will be very expensive for them to find a company or a person that will localize some tools for them. Yes, there are people that are working on this, and soon Shopify will be very well established in the region as well. But for them, it's very hard because they have to localize for Romania, for Bulgaria, for Greece.
Yeah,
and
that's why. Yeah.
for every single market.
That's very interesting. That's a very interesting thing. And I think more or less we have been covering everything I wanted to know about the area. And also, I was very curious about all these little things.
Don't forget to ask me about the marketplaces, because this is something interesting as well.
That was my last question. What about the marketplaces, Nikola? Tell us, because we met at an Amazon event some time ago in Barcelona. So I reckon that Amazon is one of the biggest there.
Not existent. Amazon is not here. Yeah.
You see?
So we
Come
have
on.
look, it's very interesting how the local marketplaces are actually blocking Amazon. Yes, there are
Of course.
people buying products from Amazon, but this is like a super small percentage of
Mhm.
the population. So each of the countries around have their market leader. In Greece, this is Cruci. In Bulgaria and Romania, this is EMAC. In Serbia and North Macedonia, this is Ananas. In Turkey, this is there too, like Trendyol and Hepsi Borada. In Hungary, there is
Mhm.
yeah, EMAC is there, but there is another one called Pepita who is getting pretty strong. Also in Romania, you can see that Decathlon is doing their own marketplace. Altex
Yeah.
is doing their own
Yeah.
marketplace. So a lot of new marketplaces are born every single year, and this is what's interesting about our region. That all these marketplaces, when you go and ask them what is your future plan, because you cannot stay in just one country when you get like 80% of the market there. They're like, yeah, we are going to the next country around. And next to Greece is Bulgaria. Next to Turkey is Bulgaria. Next to Romania is Bulgaria. Next to Serbia is Bulgaria. Next to North Macedonia is
Yeah.
Bulgaria. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? All these guys will be meeting here, and there is no place for everybody, try to
Yeah.
understand this. So it's very interesting situation. Everybody's going everywhere, in my
Mhm.
opinion. At some point we have to see, we will see probably someone starts buying the other guys, but in my opinion some of them are already too strong and too big to be acquired by any of the other players. So it's very interesting. But once again, if you want to be successful in any of those markets that we're talking about, you have to be aware exactly how these marketplaces are operating, and you have to
Mhm.
find a way to be part of them. Of
Yeah.
course, this is why there are different solutions for
Mhm.
softwares that can distribute uh,
Mhm.
your products around all of these marketplaces. But let's put it that way. This will be my little teaser for everybody that wants to learn more. They have to participate our event. No, Oscar, to be honest, it's not like I can explain all of this that I have in my head as an
Of course.
information
Yeah.
in 45 to 1 hour podcast.
Mhm.
It's a lot of information. It's a
Mhm.
huge amount of information. And really, this is why we are doing Balkan Ecommerce Summit, because all this you need to be in touch with the local representatives, so you
Mhm.
can understand what is going on and how all this rich but strange ecosystem works.
Amazing. And so I reckon that also because Amazon is not present, also all those
eBay is
Chinese
not
ones,
present.
all those Chinese ones are not present, like Temu and all
Temu is
those.
here, by
Oh
the
yeah.
way. Temu, this is one of
Okay.
when I told you that there are some Asian platforms that are coming
Okay.
here. Temu is present. Temu is kind of getting stronger here,
Of
but it's
course.
recently present for the last year, something like this. Not for a long
Mhm.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it depends on terms of delivery, logistic things. People usually in our region. What is the expectation? I don't want to wait for a week to receive my package. I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
order it, and I want to hear the bell ringing 2 hours later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Metaphorically said.
Yeah.
It's not like this,
Yeah.
but usually Bulgaria, Romania, Greece are small in terms of area, in terms of
Mhm.
area of the country. So what we are expecting is to have our packages 24 to 48 hours the most.
Mhm.
So
And
even if Temo or other platforms are providing, great, colorful, less expensive products, they have to, find a way to bring their products faster, because people are expecting 24 to 84 hours delivery.
Amazing. So to finish up, and before asking my two common questions, could you very briefly tell us an elevator pitch about a Balkan e-commerce summit to invite the audience to go there? Because I'm thinking about visiting. Huh? So come on.
You are more than welcome to be my guest there. But it depends on how fast and the elevator goes, and also how tall the building is. Because in Bulgaria we don't have so many. In Bulgaria we don't have so many tall buildings. Usually you go with the elevator for like 5, 6, 8, 10 maximum floors. So you have to be very quick. So my very quick elevator pitch is 150 companies in the expo area for great networking, international speakers with great value, and more than 2,000 business owners from around the area. So this is it. If this is not enough for you, then you can visit us next year when we're gonna be much bigger.
Fantastic. So Nikola, to finish, tell us an anecdote that could be personal or professional about a problem that you have had with these multilingual or multicultural communication issues. I'm sure that because you've traveled a lot, and I'm sure that you know a lot of them. So just tell us one which is interesting and can be enjoyed by our audience today.
My personal favorite is that in Bulgaria, for some reason, I don't even know how it started, but we are nodding with our heads oppositely to everybody else. So let's do a test. How you gonna confirm something? If I ask you if you like something, how you gonna say only with nodding with your head?
Yes.
Yes. How is yes? Yes, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we are doing yes.
No
And we are
way.
doing no. We don't,
Really?
yes.
Wow.
You go somewhere and they ask you, "Do you like the food?" Yes, I might. And why you don't like it? But no.
No,
So even I'm getting confused sometimes. So no, I like it. No. And you start nodding on opposite direction, and they're all laughing, and you have to explain yourself, and so on and so on. So this is my favorite one, and yeah, I try to use that to use to that because I have a lot of international connections, and I deal with a lot of international companies and partners. But in the very beginning, it was very hard for me. It was awful. I go somewhere and I note oppositely, and they're like, "What the hell is going on with this guy? He's saying yes but nodding no. What is happening?"
That is the amazing and the precious of like communication, which is not just words. It's a lot more body language and images and colors and everything, talking about e-commerce or websites. Anyway, that we would keep on for 2 hours here. And the very last question, who would you reckon could provide a very interesting episode? Who would you like me to invite here? Someone that has a company doing cross borders or with something related to international communication. Anyone that you reckon that could be interesting to interview?
Getting back into the marketplace topic, and the way that most of the marketplaces actually were born and developed and got to the scale that they are right now. I was participating in a conference in Romania, and I was fortunate to listen to the conversation, to the discussion with the founder of EMAC. EMAC is the leading marketplace they started in Romania. They are operating now in Bulgaria and Hungary. So there were some questions like, how did you decide to go from what EMAC was like a local company to expand to this one? Or have you ever heard, have you ever had an offer from Amazon or so and so on and so on?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so what I really think is that Julian Stancu is his name. Julian Stancu is the founder of EMAC, and he's very interesting person.
Mhm.
And I think that he will be a very interesting and nice guest of yours, because especially I was, as I said, fortunate to be there when they asked him, how did you decide to sell part of the company and grow big? And his
Mhm.
answer was, this will be like a little teaser. If you have the chance to invite
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
and this
yeah.
will be probably a little teaser. He said, look, I had two options: to wait 10, 15, 20 years to develop the company to the level which is it right now, to the scale which is it right now, or
Mhm.
get the deal for, I think, 270 or 300 million euro or something like this. It was a huge number,
Mhm.
and get it big in a few years. Well, I
Mhm.
took the fast train.
Yeah.
So this is a really interesting person, in my opinion. Now, I think that he's already in some investment funds. He's partnering with some other guys to invest in newly born companies. So he's a person that you can
Yeah.
have a great conversation with.
Amazing. So thank you very much for the tip. I'll reach out, and hopefully he will be coming soon on your screens and speakers. Anyway, Nikola, it's been a super pleasure. I hope I will be visiting the Balkan Ecommerce Summit in April. Could
Fourth and
you
fifth. It's very easy.
4th and
4
5th?
4 24. 4 4 24.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So we would leave all the information on the description boxes, both ebooks, Spotify, and YouTube channel. And I'll be seeing you very soon, Nicola. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar, and thanks for your invitation and also your audience. Look, this is a little effect that I have here for the
Thank you very much. Cheers.